Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Darin and this is DerinsCorner. On today's episode of DerinsCorner, we're going to be going to Italy. Yes, we're going to be going to Italy. I'm going to be showing you how to make pizza. Pizza, people think it's so difficult to make, but I'm going to be showing you how to make this the easy way right in the comfort of your own home. And we're going to be using everyday ingredients you would find in your local store, in your pantry, or in your local supermarket. But before we go into today's recipe, if this is your first time here, thank you for clicking this video. Please don't forget to subscribe by clicking on that red button you're going to be seeing on the screen, and also on the bell sign so you get notified when I have new videos up. So let's get into the recipe. So the first thing we're going to be doing will be to add flour into a clean bowl, and then we're going to be adding salt. The salt is to give flavor to your dough, and then we're also going to be adding extra virgin olive oil. So we're going to be using olive oil in this recipe, and that is because we're actually in Italy and good pizza is made with olive oil. So just make sure you use olive oil in the recipe for your homemade pizza. And then on the side, I'm going to be mixing my instant yeast, my sugar, and warm water. And I'm just going to mix it till I see that foamy bubble, which shows that my yeast is active. So I'm going to be adding that mixture into my flour mixture. And then I'm just going to use my spatula to work it in and mix it. Once I mix it properly, I can use my hand also to help with the mixing and just, fold it in slightly. And then I can also transfer it onto my work surface. Of course, before you start using your work surface, make sure the work surface is clean. You should also add flour on it to prevent the dough from sticking on the work surface. So the process of kneading and folding in your dough in pizza making is very, very important. You're going to do this for at least 10 minutes. Just make sure you coat your surface with flour, and then just continue to turn in the dough. So you push it from the side and then you move it into the middle, and you continue to do this for at least 10 minutes till your dough is properly worked in. So you can see the difference that the texture of the dough has changed, and that is because I've done this for at least 10 minutes. And you just continue to knead this till your dough is very stretchy, and you're just trying to work in the gluten within the flour. And you can see that my dough is properly smooth now, and this is what you should be looking for when you are kneading your dough. So you transfer this into an old bowl because you don't want the dough to stick into the bowl. So just oil your bowl and then transfer the kneaded dough inside the bowl. You can see what I'm saying. So when you press it, it bounces back immediately. That shows that your dough is properly kneaded. And then you coat the surface of the dough with olive oil, and that is just to prevent the dough from sticking onto the towel when you cover it. So the next thing we're going to be doing would be to make the tomato sauce. Of course, you know that a good pizza requires, the tomato sauce, and I'm going to be using diced tomatoes. I'm going to blend this and then I'll pour it in a bowl. Into my blended tomato, I'm going to be adding salt. I'm going to be adding olive oil. I'm going to be adding my spices, which is my Italian spice, my oregano, my basil. I'm also going to be adding paprika, my ginger, and oregano. So that's about it. That's what I'll be adding to this particular recipe. If you want some little bit of spiciness or hotness, you can add in your cayenne pepper or whatever hot spice you like. So after about 3 hours of my dough, you can see that it's properly risen. So I'm just going to punch it to make it go back down, and then you're going to rework it also before you begin to portion it out. So I'm just going to repeat the same step I did before I allowed it to rise. I'm going to just, continue to turn it in, fold it in, and then press it, fold it in and press it. And thereafter, I'm just going to cut my dough into 3 portions because I'm going to be making 3 pizza from this my recipe. So just cut it into 3 portions, and once you finish cutting your dough, you're going to you can see the texture of the dough, see how fluffy it is. That is what a good pizza dough should look like. So the next thing, I'm going to be using my hands to stretch out my dough. So there are different ways for you to, stretch out your dough. You can use your hands, you can use the flipping method, you can use a rolling pin. But I'm just going to use my hands to stretch this out in the first instance. And I'm going to be using, you can also punch it down just like what I'm doing. And then I'm going to be using the rolling pin to smoothen it out. And that's for the round portion. And then for my heart shape, because I'm going to be making a heart shaped one, I'm just going to use my hand to push it out just like what I'm doing in this space. So but for the round one, I'm rolling it out because I want to get that classic round shape of my pizza. So you roll it to the thickness you want. I really like my pizza to be thin crust, so I'm going to be flipping it just to make it stretch more. And this is the heart shaped, so I'm just shaping it out. You can see that I'm pinching the edge of my pizza, and that is to form that elevation that you see in a classic pizza. So you just pinch it out just like how I'm doing right now, and you get that elevation in your oven baked pizza. So now that we've gotten the classic heart shape, the next thing would be to add my tomato sauce on my pizza. So I'm going to be adding tomato sauce. I'm covering the tomato with my shredded mozzarella, my cheese. So you can use any cheese mixture you prefer. If you want to add cheddar cheese, or you want to add blue cheese or Parmesan cheese, whatever you like. So I'm using a mixture of mozzarella and Parmesan in this particular recipe. And I've used my baking tray. So I've used the back of my baking tray because I don't have the classic pizza tray. So I'm using the back of my baking tray, and that also would help in the baking of the pizza. So for the round one, you can see that I'm using the rolling pin to get that classic round shape, and then I'm also going to be adding my toppings thereafter. So I'm going to be pinching the edges just like I did with the heart shape to get that elevated edge, and I'm just going to pinch it round around the edges, and just continue to do that till you get that shape you're looking for. So I'm going to be adding my toppings to these. Of course, I'm going to be adding my classic tomato paste, my cheese, and then I'm also going to be adding my diced onion and peppers in on top of this one as a topping. For the heart-shaped one, I didn't use diced onions and peppers because my kids don't like that, so that was actually for my kids. And this one, I'm gonna be going, more vast with this because I'm going to be adding onions, I'm going to be adding tomatoes, I'm going to be adding peppers. I'm also going to be adding 3 beef mixtures. So I'm going to be using hot dog, I'm using meatballs, and I'm using my turkey slices. And then the last thing I'm going to be adding would be my shredded spinach. So once I finish adding my topping for this pizza, and I'm also going to be repeating the same thing for the third pizza, I'm going to be placing this in the oven at an oven temperature of 400 degrees Fahrenheit for roughly about 10 to 15 minutes. You want that hot oven temperature because you want to mimic the furnace that is used in a classic pizza store. So you need that hot heat to quickly cook your pizza and make that crust to be crunchy. And so you need like a fast heat for the pizza to mimic what you would get in a classic pizza store. So that's it, guys. Very, very easy to make your pizza. And so after about 15 minutes in the oven, my pizza is ready. You can see that this pizza looks so delicious. You can see that it looks like the standard pizza you would buy in any store, and it's actually much more delicious than that. So that's it. I'm just going to use my pizza cutter to cut it out into slices. You can actually pick this also for your kids' lunch, school lunch. And then this is the heart-shaped one, and you can see that it's so delicious and yummy looking. And you can play around with the topping and do whatever you like, whatever your kids would love. And so this is so delicious. You can make it in the comfort of your own home and enjoy with your family. Thank you, guys. Please don't forget to try this video out. If you try it, please don't forget to leave me a comment in the comment section, and also please give me a thumbs up if you love this video, and please share this video as much as you can. And if you're yet to subscribe, please kindly subscribe and help my ministry. Thank you guys for watching. Bon appetit.